Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of FSi DFS Fantasy Baseball Picks. I'm host Mega31. Debated whether it's worth doing a video or not today. Got two 3-game slates, one at 12:35, one at 7:05. So not a lot of variety, not a lot to go over, but let's just blow through it quick. Yesterday went really well. Right early on, it was Yankees, it was Dodgers, Kershaw. If you nailed the chalk right, you're good. Um, I did have some lines there, like in 145, which was funny. We were talking about it in the FSi Discord that um, they couldn't cash in a $2 double, but could cash in GPP. So it's kind of crazy. I was kind of wrong on Scherzer coming back. I thought it was going to be this, or not Scherzer, Verlander. I thought it was going to be the same story as Scherzer, where he goes out there and gets shelled and gets hurt and can't continue. But he went 7 solid innings. They won 2-1. I had an 8-game parlay that I had put together, and that was like the last thing I needed was Cincinnati to beat the Mets, and I would have won. It was like I put down like $10, I would have won. I think it's like 1,600. But luckily, when I saw that he was doing well and the Mets were up 2-1, I was able to cash out early, and I made like $200 on it. So still pretty profitable there for a $5 bet. Um, nailing all the rest of the parlay, but would have been nice if the Reds, would have won, and that would have been pretty sweet. But anyways, on to today. So first game, there is potentially a weather concern with the White Sox and Royals. Nice thing is the game starts to start at 2:10 Eastern time. It's supposed to dry out, so even if they have to play this game at night, they should be fine. I mean, no, they don't want to, because it's probably a travel day for both teams who want to get out of town and get on to their next destinations for the weekend series. But I think it's still in play here. So just looking at this, we got the Mets and the Reds, Senga, and looks like an opener Law, and then Lively after him. So I think Law is going to be a fade for me. Lively, I think, might go long enough, but the Mets have like a 6.616 total, even though the wind's blowing in the Great American Small Park. I do think that's a little high. So if you can bet on the under on that, I would still probably take it. I don't, after yesterday the Reds didn't have the greatest pitching out there, and they just couldn't put it together, and sometimes that happens. So I would probably, if I'm betting, I'll take a shot on the under at 6 runs for the Mets and 10.5 total for both of them, because I know Senga's been erratic, but the Reds haven't really hit a lot recently either. So I think Senga's definitely in play here. Probably be the second favorite spend up pitcher here. Probably more of a GPP for me. And then if you need a cheap SP2 and a GPP, I'd take Lively. Mets by far the top stack, and Reds just a cheap, probably leverage stack here. Padres and the Minnesota Twins. Yu Darvish, Bailey over. Darvish, definitely like him here against Twins. I don't mind over either. I know the Padres have a decent lineup, but 71 degrees, wind blowing at 8 miles per hour in Minnesota. That helps a little bit with pitching, and Ober's been solid his last few starts, so definitely don't discount him at 8-1 as a contrarian play for a GPP. Padres obviously are probably going to be a favorite GPP stack against over, because I do respect him. And then Minnesota has some cheap pieces to play against Darvish. If he's going to be everybody's SP1, that's obviously a nice leverage stack there. And like I said, you have the White Sox and the Royals here. So you have Clevenger and Singer. Not interested in either pitcher here with the weather conditions, but both teams have a 4.5 total, 9 total for the game. So I think they're definitely in play. So building my cash lineups, I'm going Darvish. I'm going to stack the Mets, get as many as you can. Alonso, McNeil, Lindor, probably where I'm going. There's not really good option at third base, so Beatty by default if he's batting fifth, which actually I think the actual lineups are out. And yes, he is, so probably go there. But and like McNeil just to fill in second base. But if you want to go like Nemo in the outfield, or whoever else, if you want to go Vogelbach, it's a cheap option at first base to be different than everybody going Alonso, or just Alvarez at catcher at 2.5 is another decent one. He's been really I believe he's the guy that's not really, he's a catcher, but he's not really, they really wanted him to more like DH and other roles, just because he's such a good hitter. Let me just pull up and make sure I'm talking about the right Mets catcher because they have a couple of them on the roster. So Alvarez here. Yeah, he's the guy here. He's already got 3 home runs, 6 RBIs. He's only batting 228, but he's got a lot of power. So definitely would prefer him against a lefty, but these guys from Cincinnati aren't that great. It's a smaller ballpark, so definitely, consider him there as your fifth Met if you potentially want. FanDuel, Darvish, Alonso, Lindor, Nemo. Gonna end up having to play some Cincinnati just because he's really Darvish really expensive, probably to fill in here. There's really not other great choices. And then I'm probably going to end up with an expensive Padre and my outfielder. So either Soto or Tatis or Manny Machado would probably be the options I look at there. For GPP, I'm taking Senga, and I'm going to just stack this KC and White Sox game. Hope the weather holds out. Melendez or Perez, Pascatino, whoever works their second or third base. Maybe we need a one-off there. Witt, Benintendi, Rob, Lake Sheets there also. I know we have him cash, but he's really probably their best left-hander against a right-handed batter. So GPP for FanDuel, got Senga, Pescanino. Cronenworth fits in the second base there because I really couldn't have anybody else that I really like there. Witt, Sheets, and Melendez is where I'm going to finish that one out. So let's look at the night slate quickly. That'll get you on to your day. So again, 3 games here, starting with Tampa Bay at New York Yankees. Wind blowing out 9 miles per hour, 76 degrees. Great hitting weather. Both teams have a 4.25 total. Rasmussen and German. Rasmussen I like much better than German, even though the Yankees have put up a lot of runs recently. It was against Oakland, and Tampa Bay is much better pitching and much better bullpens. So definitely like the Tampa Bay side there. Bat-wise, Tampa Bay versus German, I think would be my second favorite stack here, and just be different because I think a lot of people's second favorite stack will be San Francisco, or they'll play Texas, San Francisco, and cash. But we'll get to San Fran in a second. New York is definitely probably the best GPP team here against Rasmussen. San Francisco and Arizona, Cobb against Henry. They have a 504 total. They're really favored, but San Francisco, they'll throw out all these righties here, but Estrada's probably good. Flores is a pinch hit risk. Haniger hits righties better than lefties, so he'll probably stay in. JD Davis potentially could get subbed out. Villar potentially gets subbed out. Casey Schmidt, I really like him here at shortstop at 2-3. Like yesterday's video, this guy can really hit, did really well. Bart the Kutcher is probably safe, but some of these other guys, it's just you play the righties, and if they do enough damage in the first couple times around, you're fine. But you may only get 2-3 bats out of them instead of 4-5 if they get pitch hit for. So keep that in mind. Cobb, I think, is a very solid pitching choice here, right behind Eovaldi, who we'll get to in a second. I like him better than Rasmussen just because the Yankees and the weather conditions there. And Arizona, I think, is definitely like probably the best leverage stack on the slate because I think everybody's SP2 will be Cobb here at 8-7. Unless people pair Cobb and German, but definitely some leverage there from the bats. And then doesn't matter as much as FanDuel, because FanDuel, if you could just play Eovaldi, then you can play Arizona bats to fill in also, especially if you're looking for somebody really cheap to throw in, like Dominic Fletcher. He's like almost mid-price there. That's just a one-off. And then we have Texas and we have Oakland. We have Eovaldi and Medina. Medina, I think, can be in play here. He's not a horrible pitcher. And, Texas has shown a lot of power and put up a lot of runs, but it's kind of a ballpark downshift because this Oakland park is more of a pitcher's park, which is not an extreme pitcher's park. It's not going to help out the guy like completely, but I'm not even seeing him on DK as an offering. So, oh, there he is. He just doesn't. So maybe it's something different. I guess he faced the Angels in one game and gave up 7 earned runs. So, okay, maybe we won't play Medina. But, there's no cheap options. It's a 3-game slate. So many things can happen in baseball. And so Is he worth a shot in a GPP? Absolutely. YOLO, go for there. But I think Valdi's going to be the top pitcher on the slate here. Texas probably going to be the top stack, and Oakland definitely makes some cheap fill-ins if you're not playing Valdi as your pitcher. So for cash, I am taking Evaldi. I'm going to take like probably everybody else, Texas, San Francisco. So give me Lau, give me Semien, give me Flores there. Grossman and Hanger. Again, I'll probably play Schmidt at shortstop just because he's so cheap. And then I'll let you figure out who your SP2 is. Most people say Cobb. You can probably get up to Rasmussen because San Francisco is pretty cheap to fill in here. So if you go more with the San Francisco side than the Texas side for fill-ins, especially if you play Schmidt, you should have enough to go double barrel for pitcher. GPP, I'm taking Cobb. Again, you'll just have to figure out if you're going to go like with German, or Rasmussen, or really take a risky shot with Medina or Henry. I think I want to stay with Tampa Bay here against German, so probably will go Rasmussen, but just take Bart as cheap catcher and punt it there. Diaz, second base. Lau is from Tampa Bay is he's been ice cold recently. So today he snaps out of it. So I might probably fade there and take another option, like maybe like Paredes or Batty. What's not Batty? Who's their outfielder that I'm thinking of? Riley. Luke Riley usually hits around 6, or even like Harold. I like the lefty there, or Harold Ramirez, or maybe even Mejia, the catcher, over to second base, because I think a lot of people play him just because there aren't really great options at second base, but I'll try to find a different second base option there just because he's been so cold. So Diaz, Franco, Rosarena got the day off yesterday, should be back. Blade, let's see, I already have him. Blade is from Oakland. So going to fill that's in the GPP for that one. So, but anyways, I like for GPP, I'm going to go Tampa Bay and I'm going to go Oakland. For FanDuel cash, give me Evaldi again, and the same thing. I'm going to take Texas, and I'm going to take San Francisco, and I'm gonna have to take a one-off there. Probably taking the utility, or probably take like the cheapest guy at 2K I can to make the lineup work. And then for GPP there, like same thing as DK, I'm gonna take Cobb, but give me Tampa Bay. I'm probably gonna skip again over Low in second base just because he's been cold. So give me Diaz, Franco, Rosarena, and then I'll have to figure out who my fourth one for the stack is, and then I'm gonna fill in with Oakland. See if I can get up to Rooker, but Blade and Ruiz are the guys that I really like for the outfielders to kind of fill that in. So we got for the day. I know it's so short, by the time we get this video up, you only have a little bit of time before the early slate. So if you have any questions, drop in the chat below. If you have questions for tonight's slate, put them in the same thing. Hit me up at Twitter, MegaRoar31. If you want more information on FSi DFS, as always, go into the description of the video. You can find the link to our website and come check us out there. And again, if these videos help you at all, the best way to help us back is just to like them, subscribe to our channel. If you haven't already, share with your friends, help us continue to grow this program, which has done truly amazing over the last couple of years that we've done. So appreciate you watching. Hope you have a great Thursday. Either McKinley or I will be back for a much larger slate tomorrow night, definitely, besides like having these 3-game ones. So let's see, tomorrow night's a 13-game slate at 7:05, so that should be pretty cool. One of the largest ones we've had this season, because a lot of the games have been at 6:40. So looking forward to that. So again, hopefully this helps you. Cash, just pretty much go with what I said. If GPPs, you want to get a little bit different and see if that makes enough difference. But again, if the chalk hits, then you're going to have to be just a little bit different and have most of the chalk to be able to be competitive like yesterday in the early slate. So good luck in your contests. You know how to get a hold of me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.